your positions, please put your phone on mute mode so that we are all set to go and start this lovely morning with all our international and national delegates in this conference.
Good morning and warm welcome to the opening ceremony of the 59th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union General Assembly. Our special guests and dignitaries have arrived. In just a short bit, we'll be starting with the formal ceremony. May I request everyone to please take their seats. Extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the ABU General Assembly taking place here in New Delhi.
I request our photographers here to please vacate the stage area. Thank you very much. हम आपसे निवेदन करते हैं कि photographers थोड़ा stage area को खाली छोड़ें so that we start with the proceedings. Thank you very much. A very, very good morning, namaskar, and a very warm welcome to all of you here present. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Prasar Bharati, it's our honor to welcome you all here. Heartiest welcome to the August gathering this morning. I'm Sakal Bhatt.
Namaskar, I'm Shubhendu Ghosh.
Opening ceremony of the 59th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union General Assembly in New Delhi, and that's how and why we have all gathered here. Ladies and gentlemen, Prasar Bharati, India's public sector broadcaster, is hosting this edition of the Assembly, and most importantly, the event coincides with the celebrations of 75th year of India's independence, what we proudly call Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And after 2 years, ladies and gentlemen, of the virtual General Assemblies, it is great to meet here in person for networking, for exchange of ideas and discussions on future strategies, joint actions and partnerships.
Thank you, Sakal. Namaskar, swagat hai aap sabka. The theme of the Assembly this year is serving the people, media's role in the times of crisis. It calls for putting unprecedented reach and power for the media at service of our people at a critical juncture in humanity, post-pandemic wars, climate crisis, increased regional and global conflicts are common challenges that we are all facing. The decision we make today will shape the future for all of us. And in the spirit of Atithi Devo Bhava, which translates to guest is God, we welcome each one of you. 300 international delegates from 40 countries are participating in the Assembly. We're extending a warm welcome to each one of you.
A huge round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. And for the opening ceremony, we have the pleasure, an extreme pleasure rather, of having with us, in fact, inviting our dignitaries to the dais. We begin with Shri Anurag Thakur ji, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, to kindly come on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands. Thank you so much. It's a lovely morning, this Tuesday morning. We will be joined in a short while from now, Dr. L. Murugan. He's the Union Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. He's en route. He'll be joining us. I also take this opportunity to welcome on stage Shri Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. And it's my privilege to call upon stage Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, Chief Executive Officer, Prasar Bharati. Ladies and gentlemen, join your hands, please. I also welcome on stage Mr. Masagaki Saturo, ABU President and Executive Vice President of NHK Japan. He has come all the way from Japan. Namaskar and welcome. And also, very, very glad to call on stage Dr. Jawad Mohattagi, Secretary General, ABU.
Good morning and warm welcome to our special guests on the dais.
It's good to see you, Dr. Mohattagi.
Yes, and without further ado, Let's now proceed with the felicitations. May I first request Prasar Bharati CEO, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, to felicitate Union Minister, Shri Anurag Thakur. Ladies and gentlemen, as felicitation, we'll have a sapling and a shawl. Let us put our hands together for the felicitation ceremony. We have Prasar Bharati CEO, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, felicitating Union Minister, Shri Anurag Thakur.
As a mark of our gratitude and honor to the Honorable Minister.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Director General Doordarshan, Shri Mayank Agarwal, to please felicitate Shri Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Information and Broadcasting Ministry. As a felicitation, we have a sapling and a shawl. Let us put our hands together for our special guests on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. Shri Mayank Agarwal felicitating Shri Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Information and Broadcasting. Thank you, sir. May I request you to stay on stage and also felicitate the President of ABU, Mr. Masagaki Satoru.
Let's have a huge round of applause, please. We need to energize this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Every consecutive years, ABU just gets bigger and bigger.
Thank you, sir, and a warm welcome to all our dignitaries once again. Next, may I request ADG Global Outreach, Prasar Bharati, Shri Sunil, to please felicitate Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, CEO, Prasar Bharati.
Ladies and gentlemen, join your hands, please.
A sapling and a shawl as felicitations. Thank you, sir. May I also request ADG Global Outreach, Shri Sunil from Prasar Bharati, to please felicitate Dr. Jawad Muttaqi, Secretary General, ABU.
This is our way to say thank you very much for being here.
And a shawl being presented as felicitations. Let us put our hands together once more for all the guests on the dais. We welcome each one of them.
किसी भी अच्छे काम की शुरुआत करने से पहले जो हमारी सभ्यता है हम दीप प्रज्वलित करते हैं जिसे हम शुभेंदु lighting of lamp ceremony कहते हैं. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start anything auspicious here in India, as the tradition goes, it all starts first with lighting of lamp, for which I'm going to request our dignitaries on dais to do the needful, which will be followed by Saraswati Vandana to evoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, but first lighting of lamp. Masagaki Satoru lighting the lamp, and now our CEO Prasar Bharati. बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद sir, and Secretary Information and Broadcasting. Dr. Jawad Muttaqi. And what an opportune moment, ladies and gentlemen, to also welcome we also welcome MOS, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, to this gathering.
Shri L. Murugan joins us now
Yes.
and participates in the lighting of the lamps.
Yes.
A warm welcome to Shri L. Murugan, Minister of State. for Information and Broadcasting,
Fisheries and Dairying.
सेटल हो जाओ सारे यार.
Yes.
and if we can have the felicitation for Minister of State, Shri L. Murugan. May I request Prasar Bharati CEO, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, to please felicitate Minister Shri L. Murugan. We extend a warm welcome to him, a sapling and a shawl as felicitation.
Murugan ji, thank you very much, sir. And now, to evoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, we present proudly before you the artist from All India Radio. बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद. All India Radio के choir group, artists from All India Radio, a national radio broadcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, and now for the welcome address, I request Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, Chief Executive Officer, Prasar Bharati, to do the honors, please. Sir.
Good morning. Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Anurag Thakur ji. Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. L. Murugan ji. Shri Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry for Information and Broadcasting. Mr. Masagaki Satoru, Executive Vice President, NHK Japan and President, ABU. Dr. Jawad Motaghi, Secretary General, Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, broadcasting heads and delegates from around the world, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished delegates to India, a country known for its warmth, rich culture, and great hospitality. Prasar Bharati is delighted and honored to host the 59th ABU General Assembly and associated meetings 2022 for promoting the collective interests of television and radio broadcasters and regional and international cooperation between broadcasters in the Asia-Pacific region. Around 350 international delegates are attending this one-of-a-kind event from about 65 ABU member countries in the Asia-Pacific region, Europe, North Africa, and America. The last physical meeting was held in Japan in the year 2019, and it is a great joy to see the delegates warm up to the bonhomie of meeting in person and exchanging thoughts after a long spell. India proudly celebrates 2022 as the 75th anniversary of independence from colonial rule through the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav initiatives in various sectors. This conference is a great opportunity to share the achievements of the country in the sector of media and communication and showcase its rich heritage, vast diversity, and a progressive India to the world. I now take the privilege of welcoming our dynamic leader, Shri Anurag Thakur ji, Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, to this inaugural session of the ABU General Assembly. Welcome, sir. We look forward to hearing from you, especially at a time when the government wants to make India a global content hub, be it for content creation, co-production, filmmaking, or shooting. I welcome Mr. Masagaki Satoru, President ABU, to this inaugural session and look forward to hearing from you and the leadership lessons from ABU as the world moves into a post-COVID era. I welcome Dr. Jawad Motaghi, Secretary General of ABU. You have been leading the ABU to promote the objectives through your leadership in the area of services like broadcast development, Asia Vision News Exchange, co-productions, capacity building, conferences, training, consultancy, and sports rights, and various services have surely benefited all member countries. In this two-day General Assembly, we will hear various experts and speakers from international broadcasting organizations in panel forum discussions on various topical issues, like understanding the audience behavior in the times of crisis, reaching and engaging audiences on multi-platforms, broadcasting for all, a deep dive into diversity, and Together for Peace, media building a culture of tolerance. Also lined up are professional discussions on very crucial and timely topics like the climate is changing and so should we, media leading climate action, and a presentation on leaving no one behind, reaching the last mile. The speakers in the conference are uniquely placed to debate, discuss, and highlight the key points, trends, and reforms in the field of media during the crisis, both the public and the private media. I welcome all the delegates from various broadcasting organizations who have registered for this event and are participating in these panel discussions and presentations. Prasar Bharati, with both Doordarshan and All India Radio, has had a laudable achievement in serving the Indian citizens during the COVID crisis under the able leadership of our country's Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Serving the people, media's role in times of crisis is a very apt theme for the deliberations in the ABU General Assembly, particularly in sharing the lessons learned from the recent crisis that engulfed the whole world. And I'm sure the delegates and the leaders would find valuable takeaways from various panel discussions and forums. I conclude by once again welcoming you all to the General Assembly sessions. I hope you enjoy the warmth of Indian hospitality during your stay here. It is a privilege for all of us to host each one of you in our country. Namaste and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. May I now invite Dr. Jawad Motaghi, Secretary General, ABU, to share his address with us. Dr. Jawad Motaghi.
Mr. Anurag Thakur, Honourable Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Mr. Masagaki Satoru, ABU President, Mr. Gaurav Dwivedi, CEO, Prasar Bharati, members, colleagues, friends. Today we are in India, the land of one of the most ancient civilizations on earth, that gave the world, among others, yoga, chess, and the concept of zero. We are grateful to our host, Prasar Bharati, for their generosity, hospitality, and professional arrangements. It is truly auspicious to have our annual meeting in Delhi in the year India celebrates 75 years of independence. We are amazed of the transformation of this ancient land to a modern, dynamic, and innovative country leading in green technologies and climate resilience. We are living through extraordinary time defined by the recent pandemic, climate emergency, political shocks, and impact on new technologies. The public domain has changed drastically. The turbulence of our time requires a fundamental shift in our thinking and reconsidering how to serve and engage our audiences. People are worried in the face of natural disasters, political calamities, wars, and economic crises. Like never before, they need accurate information from trusted sources. The COVID pandemic was a test for the public trust in media. We are proud to say that our members passed this test with flying colors. Their rating raised because they stuck to the public service media core values: independence, impartiality, and accuracy. Also, our members had to dramatically change to adapt to the shift of audiences to digital platforms. People watch and listen whatever they want, whenever they want. The technological revolution is also shaping inequalities between countries and people. We are witnessing now not only growing economic divide between countries, but also a divide between digital haves and digital have-not, in terms of access to digital technologies and digital literacy. Yes, the challenges are overwhelming, but we have proven during the COVID that together we can turn the new challenges into the opportunities. The pandemic strengthened our bond, and through cooperation and introduction of new regional activities, the ABU has reached a new level of service to its members. Our union has never before been in such a strong position to serve members in capacity building, content production and exchange, technical know-how, engaging their audiences for climate action and empowering all people and serving them through times of crisis and uncertainties. That is the theme for this General Assembly, and we are all looking to fruitful exchange of ideas, practices and experiences. Diversity has always been at the heart of the ABU. Overwhelming future calamities would not be easy, but we have built a strong base for growth and development of our members to navigate the storms ahead. Unity in diversity is our call and our mission. We can do it together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Dr. Motagi, dhanyawad, thanks. And ladies and gentlemen, for welcome address and to share his thoughts, once again, I would like to welcome on the dais Mr. Masagaki Satoru. He's the ABU President and Executive Vice President of NHK Japan. All yours. Thank you.
His Excellency Mr. Anurag Thakur, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports. Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan. Mr. Amrupa Chandra, Secretary of Minister for Information and Broadcasting. Dr. Jabat Motagi, Secretary General of the ABU, and to all ABU members, good morning. As President of the ABU, I am deeply delighted and proud to be able to hold the ABU General Assembly here in New Delhi today, with over 300 ABU delegates. We changed all of our meetings to online in the face of the COVID pandemic in 2020. After 2.5 years, last August, we had a face-to-face Administrative Council meeting in Kazakhstan. Following that today, we are able to hold the General Assembly and associated meetings in person in New Delhi for the first time in 3 years. I'd like to extend our deepest gratitude and respect to Mr. Gaurav Dwivedi, Chief Executive Officer of Prasar Bharati, and his team for kindly agreeing to host this 6-day event under difficult circumstances. In addition, our heartfelt appreciation also goes to Secretary General Dr. Motagi and the Secretariat staff for their diligent work in preparing for this GA. As broadcasting media, we learned many lessons from our fight against the pandemic. The theme of this year's assembly is serving the people, media's role in times of crisis. I feel this is truly a timely one. The pandemic has accelerated the digitalization of society around the world and changed media consumption patterns. As a result, competition among media platforms has intensified further, and the broadcasting business environment has changed significantly. This General Assembly will be a valuable opportunity to sum up our recent experiences. Now, we must consider the way to face the post-COVID era, an era in which digitalization has further deepened. Furthermore, the ABU itself has learned a great deal from the pandemic. Holding ABU activities online for the past 3 years has enabled us to broaden our participants, not to be limited members, executives, but also to make it more accessible to general staff members. This led to the expansion of the reach of our services. On the other hand, we were reminded once again that face-to-face meetings are essential for networking and deepening friendship among top management. In the future, I believe we can organically combine physical and virtual means to create an efficient and effective way suitable for the post-COVID era. The Union is now facing a major turning point. Our Secretary General, Dr. Jabat Motagi, who has been leading the Secretariat with his dedicated hard work for 12 years from 2010, is about to hand over the baton to the new Secretary General. Last week, now November 24th, the Admin Council selected Mr. Ahmed Nadim as the next Secretary General. Mr. Nadim will carry the great legacy that Dr. Motagi has built and will lead the Secretariat from next April. For the ABU, a change of leadership will also present an opportunity to look upon its activities. I ask the next Secretary General to grasp the needs of our members through the process of developing a new action plan. I also expect him to establish the policy by setting priorities of future activities referencing members' feedback and clarify what we should focus on. Dear ABU members, our union's greatest strength lies in its diverse members coming together to work on important projects and sharing our expertise and knowledge. I believe that with this spirit of unity in diversity, we can overcome any difficulties. For the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, let us engage in active discussions, share experience of enduring difficult times, and open up the future of broadcasting media together. I look forward to your active comments and participation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masagaki Satoru, for your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Anurag Thakur, to deliver his address. Sir.
Honorable Minister of State, Dr. L. Murugan, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, and Dr. L. Murugan, Secretary Information Broadcasting, Shri Apurv Chandra, President ABU, Mr. Masagaki, Secretary General ABU, Dr. Javed, CEO Prasar Bharati, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, Excellencies, the head of the foreign missions in India, delegates from all over the Asian countries, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Namaste. I am extremely delighted to be amongst you at the ABU General Assembly meeting 2022 and address this prestigious assembly of the broadcasters from the Asia Pacific region. I welcome all of you to India. I have been told that the technical sessions on various topics such as content, news, sports, women empowerment, and technology have to be conducted as part of the ABU General Assembly since 25th November, where member countries share their views on how partnerships in these areas can further be strengthened. Such idea exchanges among broadcasters are important to keep each other abreast about the latest developments in the field of broadcasting. Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, with a strong membership of about 250 media organizations from over 50 countries, has emerged as a vibrant platform for such exchanges. For this, I congratulate both past and present leaders of the Union. About 2 months back, the Indian public broadcaster, Prasar Bharati, also hosted ABU Global News Forum in New Delhi. And as the world is coming out of the grip of COVID-19 pandemic, I'm happy that the member of organizations have now started meeting physically, which certainly provides better opportunities for interaction and learning from each other. With information from across the world now reaching us on real-time basis, media has become an integral part of our day-to-day life. It is not only a source of information, but has a deep impact on our life patterns, decision-making processes, and behaviors. Any misreporting, twisting of facts can wreak havoc and create disharmony locally and globally. With the spread of social media, fake news has also proliferated. In this background, presenting authentic information is the prime responsibility of the mainline media. The facts should be properly checked before they are put in the public domain. While speed with which the information is transmitted is important, accuracy is even more important and should be primary in the minds of communicators. I'm happy to share that in the background of fake claims circulating in media during the COVID crisis, we established a fact-check unit in the Press Information Bureau of Government of India to counter unverified claims and present truth to the people. Doordarshan and All India Radio have also institutionalized their own mechanisms to check facts before going to masses. You would agree with me that for responsible media organizations, maintaining public trust should be the highest guiding principle. Our public broadcasters, Doordarshan and All India Radio, have always stood by the truth and have won people's trust for their truthful reporting. Coming to today's theme, media's role during the time of crisis becomes very critical as it directly concerns saving lives. Thanks to the new technologies and the resolve of the Government of India, disaster management services have significantly improved in the last few years. Media is at the core of national disaster management plans, as dissemination of timely information on weather forecast and warnings regarding cyclones, floods are critical in averting and preparing citizens for foreseen events. Doordarshan and All India Radio led from the front in such situations by informing people about the safety measures and relief operations of the government. Media needs to report with responsibility in the cases of earthquake, fire, and more importantly, terrorist attacks. Media must ensure that any live reporting in case of terrorist attack should not provide clues to the attackers and facilitate their ill motives. COVID crisis has been the time of testing for all of us. Across the globe, we have not only faced such a crisis in the last 100 years, with 5 people confined to their homes, and due to lockdowns, it was media which connected them with the outside world. In such situations, providing right and timely information becomes media's responsibility. Again, the public broadcasters, Doordarshan and All India Radio, very satisfactorily delivered on their mandate of public service and stood strong with the people during the time of pandemic. Even the other Indian broadcasters and Indian media in general ensured that COVID-19 awareness messages, important government guidelines, and free online consultations with doctors reached everyone in every nook and corner of this country. Doordarshan launched a phone-in program, Doctors Speak, providing free consultations to people while answering their queries by the best of the doctors on panel. Braving their lives, our reporters ceaselessly covered stories on the spread of pandemic, safety and precaution measures, availability of health services, medicines, beds, oxygen, etc. Doctor Speak program was run in all major Indian languages. Success stories, inspiring work of Corona warriors, doctors, nurses, sanitation workers, media persons, police, and those all involved in essential services were showcased by Doordarshan and All India Radio. Doordarshan ran Mask Up India campaign throughout the pandemic period to create awareness on COVID safety measures. The work of public broadcaster was especially admirable in timely dissemination of information almost on real-time basis on oxygen availability for COVID patients and on educating the people on need for vaccination, including addressing the issue of vaccine hesitancy. The Prasar Bharati network lost over 100 employees to COVID, but this did not deter the organization for carrying on with its public service mandate. Here I want to underline that media should become a partner in the governance. This is the right time and the right forum to present my views where the leaders of media organizations from across the world have gathered. In the words of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, media should act as a link between the government and people and provide continuous feedback at both national and the regional level. I have been told that during the COVID-19 pandemic, ABU leadership kept the member countries connected online and maintained constant dialogue on how media can mitigate the impact of the pandemic. For this, I congratulate the Secretary General of ABU, Dr. Javed, and the ABU President for his dynamic team in building a strong media response to the COVID pandemic in the Asia-Pacific region. ABU, as an association of the broadcasting organizations, must continue to train and equip media practitioners with the best professional skills on role of media in the time of crisis. India stands ready to support your efforts, and I'm happy to note that the National Academy of Broadcasting and Multimedia, NABM, the Apex Training Institute of Prasar Bharati, is closely collaborating with the ABU Media Academy in organizing training seminars and trainings covering various aspects of the broadcasting industry. We'll continue to support such capacity building programs for the benefit of member countries. India's historical and cultural bonds are very deep with the countries of Asia-Pacific region. A large Indian diaspora continues to further deepen our relations. Considering our strong connect, there is a huge scope in the area of content exchange. I have been informed that you had a full session devoted to it at the ongoing ABU General Assembly. India has a bilateral agreement in the areas of content exchange, co-production, capacity building, etc., with about 40 countries. A number of them are fellow ABU members, and countries such as Australia, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Fiji, Maldives, Nepal, South Korea, Thailand, Vietnam. Program exchanges bring the world cultures together. Such media partnerships between the countries help in building strong people-to-people bonds. Prasar Bharati has been sharing DD India channel in the OTT platform of South Korea on reciprocal basis, including the exchange of several co-production programs. Prasar Bharati is also uplinking Bangladesh TV on its free dish program. We have also partnered with Australia in the field of broadcasting in March 2022 for program sharing. The broadcasters of the two countries are also exploring opportunities in co-production and joint broadcasting of programs spanning multiple genres. I'm happy to state that DD India, with the objective to become global public broadcaster channel, is now available on OTT platforms in many countries. Dear delegates, you have come to India at a time when we are celebrating 75 years of India's independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It is a time for us to pay tribute to hundreds of freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives and freed the country from the shackles of colonial rule. It has taken the form of mass movement where the people from all walks of life and from every section of society are participating in different programs across the countries. We have already done more than 75,000 programs in the last more than a year. Our young generation is becoming more aware of the sacrifices and the contribution made by our freedom fighters in the country's independence struggle. The inspiration they draw from the stories of the freedom fighters is the real connection with the past. We want the youth to inculcate the great value systems and spirit of nationalism cherished by our freedom fighters. India has also got the G20 presidency, and in the next 12 months will be holding more than 200 meetings of the G20 in India. So being the 75th year of independence, it is a great opportunity for us to host the 59th General Assembly of the ABU, and at the same time, India is ready to host the G20. I truly believe that media in all its forms has immense ability to shape public perceptions, perspectives as an effective tool of empowerment. Hosting prestigious international events such as today's ABU General Assembly provide excellent opportunities for the Indian media industry to interact and learn from the outside world and advance the interest of broadcasting across the world. It is imperative to create an enabling environment for our journalists and broadcasters, friends, from making the space of media more vibrant and rewarding. I wish the delegates from the member countries of the ABU a very happy stay in India, and I'm sure that the deliberations which you had over the past 3 days are going to hold over the next 2 days will be meaningful and bring new insights to the media industry. I wish in the future we should not have any pandemic, but during the pandemic we have faced the problem of infodemic, which was a big challenge for the world, and I'm sure with your experience, your views, your input, and a lot of sharing of ideas, we'll be able to overcome that. Thank you once again for being here, and I welcome you all again. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. As reiterated by Honorable Minister, various arms of Prasar Bharati completely uphold the trust of nation with the credibility as its mainstay, as we say here in India, All India Radio and Doordarshan, Bharosa Bharat Ka. And now to propose vote of thanks, it's my honor to call upon Des. For vote of thanks, Sri Sunil. He's Additional Director General Global Outreach, Prasar Bharati. Sir.
Honorable Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Anurag Thakur ji, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. L. Murugan ji, Secretary, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Shri Apur Chandra ji, Mr. Masagaki Satoru, President ABU and Executive Vice President NHK Japan, Dr. Jawad Mutagi, Secretary General ABU, CEO Prasar Bharati, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, broadcasters from all around the world, diplomats, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is a momentous day in the history of Prasar Bharati today, as we are hosting this year's Grand Annual General Assembly and associated meetings of the Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union post-COVID-19 in our country. On behalf of Prasar Bharati, I thank ABU for giving me an opportunity to present the words of gratitude before this august audience on this beautiful morning of the General Assembly of the ABU. At the outset, I thank the choir of the Saraswati Vandana, invoking Goddess Saraswati, the bestower of fearlessness, remover of ignorance, and the source of wisdom, to be amongst us. Also, to all who participated in the lighting of the lamp, an invocation to the waves of knowledge, constantly active through the medium of the flame of the lamp to dispel all the darkness. I express my thanks on behalf of Prasar Bharati and ABU to all the dignitaries who are attending this significant 59th ABU General Assembly and associated meetings, and would also be deliberating on the content, technology, sports, women empowerment, news and strategy. My deep gratitude to the Honorable Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Anurag Thakur ji, who has graced us with his presence despite his very busy schedule and gave excellent points to ponder in his inspiring address just before. Thank you, sir. On behalf of Prasar Bharati, I thank Dr. L. Murugan, Honorable Minister of State for I&B, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, for spending valuable moments with us in this inaugural session. Shri Apur Chandra, Secretary Ministry of I&B, has been a guiding force for Prasar Bharati, for which I, on behalf of Prasar Bharati and ABU, express deep gratitude. I sincerely wish to place my words of gratitude for the opening remarks to this inaugural session by Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, CEO Prasar Bharati, and setting the tone for the future deliberations and discussions in this General Assembly for the year 2022. My sincere thanks to Dr. Jawad Mutagi, Secretary General ABU, and Mr. Masagaki Satoru, President ABU, and the Executive Vice President NHK Japan, who are the strength and might of the ABU and have given all encouragement to hold this event, for warmly welcoming the distinguished delegates and dignitaries. Generous thanks on behalf of Prasar Bharati to the entire gathering of the delegates who have come from far countries for their support and cooperation to participate in this ABUGA, and to the Joint Secretaries of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Home Affairs, who have facilitated the participants with around 400 plus visas in such a short span of time. Thank you, sirs. I also thank the experts and delegates participating in the forthcoming plenary sessions and thank them in advance for their contributions to the deliberations. And events, friends, like this cannot happen overnight. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues from Prasar Bharati and ABU Secretariat who knew their job and were result-oriented. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record my hearty thanks to all who have tirelessly worked towards the smooth conduct of this event. Last but not least, I would like to place my hearty thanks to all the volunteers and the hotel management because of whom we have made this event possible. I also thank the anchors Sakal and Shubhendu for knitting this inaugural session with a beautiful blend of words and thoughts. Once again, I, on behalf of Prasar Bharati, thank each one of you for being with us, participating in all the sessions of the General Assembly. It will remain a pronounced pleasure. Wish you all great interactions and networking. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Every member of the organizing team is absolutely thrilled to be part of this program. And taking the program forward, if I may request our dignitaries on the stage to please take their positions with the audience members as we prepare the stage for a very special cultural program. Shri Anurag Thakur, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. L. Murugan, Union Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Shri Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Shri Gaurav Dwivedi, CEO, Prasar Bharati, Mr. Masagaki Satoru, ABU President and Executive Vice President of NHK, Japan, and Dr. Javed Mottagi, Secretary General, ABU.
We'll take a minute or so to prepare the stage for the cultural extravaganza that is awaiting, ladies and gentlemen. We will be presenting before you the tapestry of Indian culture, Sarvesham Bharata. So what is Sarvesham Bharata? It's going to be a special performance. Our artists are ready and they're very thrilled to perform in front of such an august gathering. From ancient times to modern age, Bharat or India has been a land of unbroken chain of great civilizations, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrating this legacy, now what you're going to see or witness or enjoy is the amalgamation of traditional Indian dance forms. As many of you would know that India has diverse forms of traditional dance, namely Kathak, Kathakali, Odissi, etc. Bharatanatyam, Manipuri, Chau, and this particular presentation or performance is titled Sarvesham Bharat. Sarvesham Bharat.
Absolutely, and this is the final leg of the opening ceremony of the 59th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union General Assembly, a special cultural performance, Sarvesham Bharata. From ancient times to modern age, Bharat has been a land of unbroken change of great civilizations. Celebrating this legacy, an amalgamation of traditional Indian dance forms, Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Kathakali, Manipuri, Odissi, and Chau. Different dance forms, the amalgamation. In the next few minutes, you'll be able to witness the diversity, the richness of Indian culture, art, and dance forms.
All right.
Absolutely mesmerizing performance there, presenting the diversity, the cultural richness of India. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they deserve a huge round of applause once again. Let us not stop the applause for a moment. What a fantastic performance for the dance troupe.
Well, goosebumps. Culture of India, colors of India, we're extremely, extremely proud of. What you just saw was fusion of some of our popular classical Indian dance forms, namely Kathakali, Odissi, Manipuri, Kathak, and Chow. And Bharatanatyam, of course. Shubhendu?
Absolutely, and the message of unity and diversity that India was just represented in front of you through this beautiful dance form. Ladies and gentlemen, that also brings us to the close of this opening ceremony. The General Assembly, of course, will continue after a short break. We've arranged for some tea, coffee, and refreshments. Thank you once again for joining us, and we hope this positive energy created on the stage stays with you throughout the day and the later part of the Assembly. Thank you very much.